Hi, it's Anya again. Just a little note before we start. If you've seen my last video, you know that I've been doing a bit too much lately and feeling close to burnout. So then I went on vacation and once more I realized how much I value being in the present moment and not worrying about the future too much. A little bit is fine, but too much like I do is not okay. So I decided to change the way I make videos. I'm in the middle of finding my own pace in life, and perfect lighting or perfect sound might stand in the way of that. So from now on my videos might be a little messy, but they'll be real. They'll be very real, and I just want to show the process as it is. The main thing for me is to share, so it will be a bit raw, but it will be true and honest. And thank you for being here. Hope you understand. I just came back from Thailand, and every time I have a vacation I feel like I have to drop stuff because I realize what it feels like doing nothing, and I want more of that in my life. I get used to stuff being super fast paced and stuff, but yeah, I need coffee now. Otan latte kauramaidolla. Pienemmän. Ja mulla on sovellus myös. I ordered a latte and then I'm gonna go to migration services. I need to extend my residence permit. I applied for the citizenship very long ago, over a year ago, and it's still not coming. There is no logic in the queue. I think there is no queue, so I'm just waiting patiently and extending my permit of stay here based on work. Anyways, I really need coffee. I'm jet lagged. I came yesterday. I slept 3 hours before the flight and then 6 or 7 hours after, but still I'm a bit like I'm really happy. I really like the state of not caring about anything. I wish I had it more. Usually I worry so much, too much anxiety, but now I dropped my Italian classes. If I want to learn, I'll do it in my free time. But anyways, I'll have work from tomorrow, but tomorrow's Friday, so I'll have the weekend for myself. After that, my coffee came. A beautiful mistake just happened. I got a big latte instead of a small one, and I paid for the small. Oh my god, I'm happy, so I can drink coffee now. I bought this flower in Thailand, pop socket. I've never used it before. This is my first pop socket. I hope it's gonna be useful, maybe for the videos. And once again, I handled it all in Finnish. Confidence level is boosted up. I'm so happy. Because every time it's a bit scary. What if they say something that I don't understand? But now my Finnish is at the level where I can ask to explain something in other words, simpler words, and I understand it. So I can fully handle things in Finnish now. And that happened so gradually. It took me like, I don't know how many years, because I've been learning Finnish since 2018. It's 7:03. I'm going to the office. It's my first work day after the vacation. I missed coffee at work. My idea, my goal is to learn how to live without overloading myself. It's hard to change a habit. For me, doing many things, planning a lot of things, and like, for example, taking gym clothes to work because I know I'm gonna go to the gym afterwards, and then also taking an Italian book because I know that after the gym I could go to an Italian course. So this context switching is not very nice, and I had a nice realization when I was talking with my psychologist, when she said, try to count one number in English, one number in Russian, and one number in Italian. So I would go like 1, 2, 3, and then continue like that, switching between languages. And that was freaking hard, although I can count fast in all of the languages, but because I was switching context so much, it was hard. It's windy, I hope you can hear me. The moral of the story is switching context is not a good idea. So I want to do just 1 or 2 things per day. I don't know how it's gonna work, maybe it's gonna change based on how it goes, but I'm gonna keep you updated. It's gonna be a challenge for me, and I'm really determined to change my life, to start doing less. And the sad thing here is that doing less for me is boring. I really like running somewhere, but it's not very healthy in my case. I feel like I don't have space, I don't have time to enjoy the whole thing, the whole life. Oh yes, oh yes. Some updates about the way I feel. It's a bit hard to focus on one thing at a time after the vacation. I'm working, but at the same time, I also have a calendar in front of my face, and I can see and start planning things I'll be doing in the evening or a week ahead, because my calendar shows not only work stuff but personal stuff, so that I see, okay, after work I'm gonna do this and this and that. And then also I see, for example, that I have a break from studies, and then in August I'm gonna come back to the studies, and that is reflected in my calendar, which I can see at work. So I'm just thinking if there is a solution here. It feels logical to just turn off all of the other calendars which are not related to work during the work time, but at the same time this gives me anxiety because I like to know what I'm gonna be doing in the next like 24 hours. It is challenging already, and it's only day 1. I feel really anxious doing this. Okay, so I came back from work and I don't have anything planned for today. I feel a bit uneasy about it. I have a lot of chores to do. I like doing chores, like cleaning or ironing, but I feel like I have to be doing something more meaningful, something that I will benefit from in the future. Something that's gonna define my life. Am I sick? Because if I'm doing chores, then it feels like a weekend. But today is not a weekend. Today is Friday. And the funny part is if I was spending this time with some friend, for example, if I planned a meeting with a friend, I wouldn't have felt like I'm wasting time. But if I'm doing chores, it feels like I'm wasting time. Anyways, I'm gonna ignore the feeling. I'm gonna just not ignore, but accept it. Okay, that's how I'm feeling, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna maybe put some podcast in the background and do the chores today. And then in the evening, I'm gonna sit and plan the weekend ahead because I'm gonna be alone in the apartment. My boyfriend is away, so I'm gonna have the whole weekend to myself, which is a nightmare for me because then I really like to have a plan. So maybe I can have a plan, but not full of stuff. So let's see how it goes. I've done some chores and I was listening to the podcast on the background, and now I'm feeling nauseous and overwhelmed. And that's usually a sign that I can't listen to any information anymore. I'm overwhelmed. So I have to take out the headphones and find something else to do. I'm thinking, what would I do if I was on vacation somewhere else? I would probably go on a walk, read a book. I ended up watching videos and podcasts all evening, which is not good. I don't feel very well. So that's what typically happens when I don't have anything to do. I just get stuck at doing something and I keep doing it although I don't feel like doing it anymore. I have it with food as well. Like this compulsion, is that the word? When you can't stop doing something that you don't enjoy anymore, but somehow you feel like you still have to do it. I don't think it's healthy. It's so weird and it's hard to withdraw. It's hard to stop. Changing habits is really hard. Really hard. Yesterday I fell asleep listening to some podcast. I woke up today and I don't have any plans. I'm having ideas that I could go to the gym, but my head is hurting. Not sure why. I feel like I don't want to do anything and it's hard to get up because I don't have anything to get up for. I think that's the opposite side of the spectrum. Like, usually I would plan something, so I have to set an alarm on Saturday and run somewhere. So I have to get up because I know what for, and no matter how I feel, I'm gonna run somewhere. The good thing is that I have a drive to live. The bad thing is that I don't listen to my body. So I guess I have to experience both ends of the spectrum in order to find the middle. I got up and I'm thinking, maybe my problem is that I just can't, or I'm not used to planning as I go, so I'm not spontaneous, and that's the problem. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna go to the gym now. Well, I'll eat first. Then I'll go to the gym and I'll do some yoga there, and then I'm gonna work out because I have some strength exercises that I have to do for my running return to run program. And then I could go to sauna, and perhaps I could even go to the beach today. It's nice outside. Also, now I'm just thinking, like, if I had a friend over, I would have felt so energized. Like, I'm just thinking of scenarios where I planned as I went. And it's usually when there is another person as well, and then it's much easier to get excited and say, oh, we can do this or that. But when I'm alone, I just don't feel like doing much. But now I think I could go to the gym, and then I could go to the beach, and I like going to the beach. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Why not? I just listened to a podcast which made me sad, so no podcasts, no social media anymore today. I'm taking a break, going to the gym, perhaps to a beach. I'll take a book with me. I feel really sad after the vacation. I miss my family, not feeling good, but I should focus on that. I should process the emotions and just be in it for a while. Walking, and then I realized that I'm dressed like as if I'm in the countryside, and I really like that because I just put on whatever I had in my closet, and actually I like that. And then I just remembered how it felt to be in the countryside house as a kid, and how my days were passing by, and I realized, yeah, the weather wasn't always good. Sometimes it was sunny, it was nice, but this feeling of not hurrying, not having to be anywhere, it was nice because also I knew that there was like a grandma there. I knew that I wasn't alone there. And now I'm thinking, could it be that I feel bad because I feel lonely? Could it be that I just don't feel good when I'm on my own? And for a long time, I've been telling myself that I'm fine, and actually, maybe I don't feel this way. Maybe I feel best when sharing the experience. I'm feeling much better now. I think I'm gonna go to the beach, and I'm gonna take a yoga notebook. I'm gonna plan one class for next week and one class without props, because we want to make a class outside or on the balcony in the office. So I need to plan these two classes, and I'm really excited to do that because that's something I like to do. I like to teach yoga, and I'm not sure where this whole mood is coming from. I think I talked to my parents, and I sat in the sun, and here I go. I just like nice weather and the sun and vitamin D, and yeah. So I'm gonna plan. I'm gonna take everything with me to the beach, like yoga notebook, and I'm thinking maybe I'll take a book or something else, maybe Italian. I have a book in Italian that I could translate and learn some new words. So I'm gonna take some stuff to the beach, and the weather is great today. I'm really, really happy about it. By the way, I got this Saturday Buddha That's when I was born. And when I look at him, I feel calmer. I think he helps me with anxiety. So you can see these are all from Thailand, from vacation, and this is a little lotus candle. And I think when I'm anxious, I could use these to get back in time when I felt calm. I'll show you my classes. So I've written this now and this. These two classes will probably take place next week. This will be on Wednesday and this will be on any sunny day. I think it is a successful day and I managed to live it without planning it in advance. I planned it as things came and it was nice and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Of course, in winter it would have been much harder. On a nice sunny day, it was good to take a walk, to sit outside and drink coffee, have lunch, and then go to a beach and do some yoga class preparations there and rest, enjoy the sun, and suck in all the vitamin D available in Finland. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna continue exploring this no planning way of living and clearing my schedule as much as possible from the things that I can avoid and doing the necessary stuff that is important to me. So, to be continued.